Dilruk Jayasinha, doing 20 minutes to open Ed Gamble's show. 1 star. I swore quite loudly just after 7 p.m. last night when Ed Gamble announced that Dilruk was going to be his support act. Had I known this before buying the tickets, it would have made me think twice about doing so. And if I'd have found out before the show, I'd have arrived late to avoid his set. But instead the bad news came when it was too late to leave. In 2024, I saw Dilruk's pre-loved show at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. It was an absolute car crash of a show, poorly written and performed with all of the charisma of Peter Dutton with a migraine. Looking back, I think that my 1.5-star rating was way too generous. I'd not given much thought to the bottom end of my rating scale at the time and was thinking of 1 star as being the lowest possible, and so added a half-star to that, giving Dilruk's show 1.5 stars. But why not give someone 0.5 or even 0 stars if they're not at all funny? Therefore I officially change my previous rating of Dilruk's 2024 show to 0.5 stars. With this context, I was not impressed when Ed told the crowd that Dilruk would be opening the show. I was even less impressed when Dilruk did 20 minutes that mostly, if not all, came from his appalling 2024 show. Doing the material that he'd performed in this city at the very least 20 times before, and that's now well over a year old, seemed lazy. Surely plenty of the audience must have had the misfortune to see pre-loved. On the positive side, Dilruk's delivery last night was better. There was energy, pace and confidence instead of the waffly vibe of last year. And I don't think that there were any heckles, which must have been a huge relief to someone who last year dealt with heckles like a strict schoolmaster from the 1950s. The audience was clearly in a good mood, as Dilruk simply saying that he'd walked to the venue from his nearby home got quite a lot of laughs. In fact, there seemed to be a fair few laughs generally, though after a while these certainly reduced. One direction that I didn't hear laughter from was from my favorite human. She gave the show 0.5 stars and was scathing about Dilruk's performance, though she did concede that his delivery was less pedestrian than last year.